Oh, just before we start, guys, please hit subscribe. It means so much to us when you hit subscribe. We're trying to grow this channel, and we're putting out as much quality content as we can. Sometimes when we take breaks is to actually increase the quality of content to bring you videos like this. So if you guys are liking this and the type of videos we're making, please hit subscribe. Please hit the like button as well. And if you enjoy the full video, watch till the end, and of course, share it with a friend. I'll see you guys soon. Enjoy.
It's Dami here. I'm going to show you how you can add an extra 60 to 100 plus $1,000 if you're in the activation, event, nightclub, or events scene. From someone that's done this multiple times. I've done this for festivals. I've done this for nightclubs. I've done this for celebrities. I've also done this for New Year's Eve events. So I've done it multiple times in the last 2 years. The most recent time we did this was for the Melbourne Afrobeats Festival, in which we generated, let's just say, well over $70,000 in revenue. Okay. Now, is this the only contributing tool to these kinds of revenues? Obviously not. There's promoters, there's influencers, and there's other organizational parties involved. But from a ROAS perspective and return on investment, we've been consistently able to flip $4,000 or $5,000 into 40, 50, 60, and in some cases, $100,000 plus dollars. And we have screenshots to prove it. Just look at my Instagram channel, Dami.okudara, and you can see that for yourself. Okay, without further ado. So the goal is to make 60, I'm just going to write 60 to 100. Okay, just bear with me. It's going to be very bad writing. Okay, so that's the goal. Let's just keep that in the corner. All right. Now, how we're going to do this is in a few different ways, but we're talking about media buying in specific. Okay, so let's just assume so first of all, let's think about mini communities. All right, so the goal is to build a mega community. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is build a mini community. So mini community, so a small m, small c, mini community. Okay, let's just say you have 3 mini communities. And for this example, the mini communities are brands. So let's just say there's brand red, so R. Okay, and I know this is terrible writing, just stick with me. There's brand R, there's brand blue, okay, and there's brand orange. So 3 brands. Let's assume each brand historically brings in, let's just say 300 people per event, okay? Let's just say the number needed to get to $60 to $100,000, okay, is 1,500 people. Again, this is from someone that's generated ticket sales well over 1,000 tickets. 1,000 tickets sold on more than one occasion, multiple times, okay? I've done 1,500 people as well. So 1,500 people, these 3 brands historically are going to be 300 people each. Now, here's the advantage. Each brand has their own, so I'm just going to write A for advantages. Each brand has their own intellectual property, so IP. Part of that intellectual property is things like pixel. If they have a Facebook pixel and it's attached to their Instagram or Facebook page, then they'll have a pixel. That pixel is part of the intellectual property. So we can collateralize that. We have 3 pixels here, hypothetically speaking. That's 1. 2 is existing audience. So let's just write EA, not for EA Sports, but for existing audience, okay? They have existing audiences. So let's just say, again, each brand, red, blue, and orange, each has Instagram accounts with 2,000 followers. Okay, so they have 2 things. Intellectual property, they each have 2,000 followers each, which 6,000 followers in total. Okay. Third thing they have, okay, is network. And I'm just going to cap it at 3. There's so many other things, but I'm just making it really easy mathematically for you guys to see how this can work from just paid ads instead of just sales strategy. That's a terrible N, but you get the point. Okay, so intellectual property, existing audience, and network. So what we're going to do is we're going to collateralize all these 3 things together. So now we have an audience. So we have an EA of 6,000. Okay. So I need mini communities, guys. If you just think too logically about like, what can my brand do with ads? You're going to fail. You're going to get smoked. Real talk. Intellectual property. Okay. So in the discussion of today, the context of today, we're talking about pixel data. So let's just say the pixel has data on, let's just say a very modest 20,000 people each. 60 people that have interacted with the page, right? That's the pixel can trap. 60,000 people. Oof, terrible lows. You get the point. 60,000. Okay, and then network. So network can be people that they've partnered up with, businesses, etc. Let's just say they each have 3 connects. So that's 9. Okay. Oh my days. I'm gonna redo that one. Move my head to the side. Okay. Oh my days. Anyway. Wow. I'm so good at art, obviously. All right, that will do for 9. So if you add all this up, that is 66,000. And we're speaking very generally here because we can go deeper into things like network and stuff. But now you've expanded your reach to 66,000. So, okay, let's just say the marketing was really good and we were to convert just 10% of this to purchase tickets. Okay? What's the maths on this? 66, 9.
Yeah, just 1 second. Guys, if you're liking this video, just hit like and subscribe because we really appreciate your support. And if you think someone else can benefit from this, then please share it with a friend as well. Okay, so like, comment, subscribe, and back to the video.
Times 10%. Okay. Oh, can't copy and paste that. 6,600, okay? Okay. So then the game becomes clearer. How can we convert 6,600 people? Or how can we bring in 6,600 people, right? And we could even assume, by the way, a more modest guess. We could even make this 1%. In fact, let's do 1% because I want to really drive this home. Let's just assume 1% convert. I like this number, okay? 660 people, okay? Oops. Okay, so 660 people convert. Now the game is, all right, these are the assets that we have: intellectual property, existing audience network, okay? This is our automatic reach by default by collateralizing mini communities and putting it under one mega community, which can be the celebrity. Maybe you have multiple touring agencies working together, whether it's a New Year's Day or New Year's Eve event. You have 3 or 4 organizers coming together. Festival, you might have 3 or 4 or 5 organizers coming together, etc. So you're collateralizing all these assets, but you're bracketing them off into things that are very distinguishable with a clear target. So the goal is to convert 0.1%, okay? At the moment, 0.1. Imagine that's a decimal. So how do we convert 0.1%? Well, now we get into the maths of things. I mean, to the strategy of things. Alrighty. So stick with me now, right? Okay. So we understand that the goal, 660 patrons. Okay. And let's just say we have to do it in 8 weeks. Well, divided by 8 weeks, really. Okay, divided by 8 weeks. Oh my days. 8. Oh, sheesh. Anyway, you guys are just going to have to bear with it. 8 weeks, okay? So we got 660 divided by 8. 82.5 people a week, okay? Okay, that will have to do. Okay, cool. I am so good at drawing, guys. Allow it. Anyway, 82.50. How do we get to that? So the first thing we would do if we're running Facebook ads is we do an event response ad. Event. I'm just going to write Eve R. And the goal of this is to deal with the top of the funnel. So when you're looking at a funnel, it looks like this, okay? So there's awareness here, and I'm condensing it. There's more steps, but generally speaking, awareness, consideration, let's just say purchase or conversion. Let's just call it purchase. Okay. So to get awareness, an event response ad is going to do that for us. Now, what that's going to do is it's also going to create fear of loss, because with an event response ad, there's going to be thousands of people within a shorter period of time that are going to click maybe going or not going. And the good thing about that is people are aware that their friends are going, because on Facebook, it still has that feature where if you can see your friend is going to something, you'll get notified. Or if your friend is hit maybe to something, you'll get notified. Okay. So that's the first thing. That's for awareness. And then the next part is obviously organic posting. But again, we're talking about paid traffic here. So there's that awareness. And then what we do is we push traffic to generic conversion plus retargeting ads. Because we know that if someone has clicked the event response ad and they've even hit maybe, well, there's a chance that they're actually trying to purchase or they want to purchase. So we run the conversion ad at the same time and we do some retargeting. So we can retarget the people that have already visited the event response page or the landing page or the Instagram pages. Again, if we're using a Facebook pixel, we can use the data from each of the sub-brands and run traffic to it with an event response ad to all of them. So by the time we're running conversion and targeting ads, they're pretty effective because we're already using a pixel with everyone's data. So this is where people are going to start considering. And we might see, maybe not necessarily 82 people purchasing a week, but we might get a boost in sales. So this will probably generate us sales, but probably won't generate us most of the sales. This, if you run it between week 2 to week 6, will do most of the sales. Well, not most, but a good chunk of the sales for us. Okay, put $sign. And then we're going to go to number 5, part 3. And part 3, this is where the big money's made, okay? What we do here is we do retargeting with more unique creatives. So having new creatives so you can battle Facebook's ad fatigue, plus lookalike audiences. So this is where people mess up. So I'm just going to write Lou. So a lookalike audience is basically where Facebook has enough data where they're like, all right, let's just say 30% of people have purchased tickets. We're now going to find other audiences with similar characteristics and similar behaviors to purchase those tickets as well. So retargeting that lookalike, and I'd even write plus conversion. And this is an example. That can be week 6 to 8. And you can spend the most ad spend here. So if the ads budget, let's just say, is $5K, you can spend $3K within the first 6 weeks, $2K in the last 2 weeks. And this is where, you see a boatload more $signs, right? And you've sold out the event. And that's because you've gone through awareness, conversion, and purchase. But you did it by, first of all, collateralizing assets and understanding where your mini communities were. Because if you just skipped that part and you had all these big names come together and you just ran traffic to one landing page through one brand that has no data, well, you're competing against everyone that already has a brand, and your brand's going to do terribly because you've got a nice page with a nice logo that has no data behind it. Yeah, all the organizers might be pushing the brand organically, but there's no data, there's no leverage, there's no concentration of assets, intellectual property, existing audiences, network. When you do that and you do this, it's hard to miss. And we haven't missed, at least in the events and nightclub. We've missed once for a nightclub. It wasn't like a big nightclub. And that was just because there was misalignment in terms of brand direction. I'm always going to be truthful that was one client that we made a mistake on and they're no longer with us. But that was like a year and a half ago. Every other celebrity, Every other festival, every other nightclub or New Year's Day or New Year's Eve event that we've done has been a success financially. And it's because of these reasons. Let me know if this makes sense. If you guys like these kinds of videos, let me know in the comments. Like this, share it with a friend if you think they can benefit from it. And as always, think mega. Peace.
Hey, guys, listen, it's Dami. Thank you for watching this video. If you got value out of this, then like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to share this with a friend if you think that they can also get value out of this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.